Hello and welcome to another FS19 first look map tour. So this time we've got a fourfold UK based map, which is PC only, obviously being fourfold. It's been released on a brand new mod site for the UK called FS UK Modding, something which has been much needed since our original FS UK site disappeared. It's good to have another UK based site back. So this is a Yorkshire based map and it's big. So we're starting up the shop at the minute. We've got a nice automatic barrier there. You are not short of space at the shop, as we can see. Absolutely no issues when it comes to space up here. And you are going to want some nice big machines on this map, unless you like a challenge, shall we say. So we will just hop out this way. Watch out for traffic. Which I have left turned on this time so we can see what it's like. See the detailed houses and streets here. Come up to one of the sell points here, which we'll hop into. Just have a quick look around in here. So again, plenty of space. Nice amount of detail on buildings. So it isn't going to matter what size vehicles you want to bring in here. You're definitely going to get them to fit. So we head out again. You'll notice lots of little red marks on the PDA in the bottom corner. They're marking hedge gaps and gateways into fields, which will be much needed with the size this map is. So there's a few small fields up this way. All non-UK crops have been removed as well, which I know will please a lot of people, myself included. We have a shell filling station here, so we head up this way. So you just see a level of fields in the distance there. Park that there a moment. There's the map boundary. So you can see, nicely hidden. So head around here now. It's a long narrow field on the edge there. Going to field 21. Good mixture of grass and crop fields up this way. All based on a real world DEM, with a few little tweaks here and there. Must remember to drive on the other side of the road. So we've gone around in a bit of a circle here. Little fields in there, bigger ones to the right. So gates where the red marks are on the little display there. So you head up this way. We have a farmyard on the left here. Nice wide gateway into it. Bear in mind you could easily lose 3 Alexian 8900s on here, or see on the 1090s. Probably some of the smaller buildings here. If you want to do some smaller equipment, they've got that facility in this yard. So big wide open fields and wide open area, true to life. Several gates, a few little gaps and hedges about as well. See tram lines on the fields in the distance there. They are the fields that we start off with. So you start off with some decent sized fields, as you can see. I think there's a map we will be using on the channel. Not sure where yet though, because currently we're using 6 hashes as the multiplayer. It would suit that perfectly. So we'll kind of watch this space in that respect. So coming up to here. Turning to the right. So head up this track and see what we can find. We have ourselves another farmyard up here. Good mix of building sizes. Plenty of space in these barns. No sound on the doors though. So there's a pond at the back here. One thing I will point out with this map, for those like trying to take shortcuts, you ain't going to get very far with this one. The hedges have got collisions on them, which I know won't be to everyone's taste, but I have no objection to that myself. Silo in there, wind turbines at the back here. this way now. It's an interesting terrain to play on here. The dirt track down here. So you know that I like to go off-road where we can, just have a look through the fields. It's not a smooth track. Which leads us into a field of potatoes down here. You can see we're coming back to fields that we own down this end here. See tram lines in them. Come around here, you can see it doesn't look very big on the little display as we drive around it. Looks can be deceptive. So the field depths aren't far out to the outsides of the fields, as you can see. The map does have multi-terrain angle on it as well. You know that never works very well with potatoes. So what looks to be a small field down there is actually quite a large field when you go around it. I think people find it very useful that the gates and everything are marked on the display. To get used to the map at least. I'm going to say it's got forgotten fruits textures on here, I guess. Going by how they look. Again, good mix of field sizes. So come down this way, we'll turn left and we'll start to head into what we actually own in new farm mode on here. Nice touch that anything we own has the tram lines, because that at least shows us which fields are ours without looking at a map, for those who don't like to play with that up. We've got field 47 on the left there. Which again looks fairly small on the map, but is a lot bigger. We just swing round to the left here. And comes more into our land. Field 48. Field 49, which is a real big one. By there on the back road. Field 50. Again, decent sized gates, so you shouldn't have any problems turning into fields. 51 as well. So you'll see 52 and 53 belonging to us. The track down there into the farmyard. We take the concrete road down. So this is our actual farmyard. And you see we've got more fields going that way we are. So we started with some good size equipment on here, which you really will need. To have the 36 meter Kuhn Delta Metra sprayer, some tubs of fertilizer in there. Walking around the yard, we have a 6230R on dual wheels with a power harrow on the back. We have a Horsch Pronto drill. A front white, sitting all on its lonesome. Some herbicide and seed tucked up in there. A fertilizer spreader dumped in there. Loader bucket. Bowl fork, subsoiler, 6 meter Amazon disc cultivator, tucked up in here we have 6135M, a 6250R and an 8245R. Bit of a green theme going on there. So we head around the back here. We have another building, which is our grain store and workshop, with the trailer tucked up in here. It's a drive-through workshop. Someone's really been greasing them doors up, okay, lovely and silent. Tucked up over here we have a Lemken Titan plough and a John Deere T560i. Some bales tucked up behind the combine header. Another storage building here. You see there's absolutely no shortage of space in these yards. There's some houses here which we can go into. And of course we have the truck. All these John Deeres on the farms, good job there's lots of workshops. So we head out again. Some more fields, so 53 there, you see in the distance 52, and 54, and still more with field 55. You start with a real good amount of land. I'd maybe suggest you might want to upgrade the combine. It's a nice big wide gateway there. Whilst the John Deere is a nice combine, you might want slightly bigger ones if you plan on doing this by yourself. So that field has no hedgeway into it, straight into the end here. Smaller little fields up this way. So we come down into one of the villages. We have farmyards here on the right. Around here we should find what looks to be a farm. Just come in here, good sized buildings. No shortage of space. Pig building over here. It's a really nice pig building actually. I see a more modern style of pig building on the map. And there's the outdoor yard as well. So really good storage facilities in all these yards so far. So make sure you do join the FSUK modding forum, which is where you'll download this from. So join the forum as well, support it, make it a successful one. Heading down here now. Smaller fields again. We will have a look at the main map shortly. So, church in there. In every yard, we want to save some surprises for people to find themselves. Another reason not to look in every yard is sheer size of the map. So come down here. I'm sure expecting the Mahindra to bounce. Somewhere in this area. Round about there. So you can see the boundary has been well hidden. So what I'm going to do is have a look at the main map. So there's our complete map. So you can see big selection of fields we own: 30, 31, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. That's the yard in the middle there. There's a big block up there. We're currently right down here. So if we visit the cow pasture, two gates across the road to get in and out of the cow shed. We have our the astronaut there. So big buildings again. So no shortage of storage space for hay, straw, silage down here. Couple of old silage clamps there. Decent sized workshop to get things into there. That's what I imagine is our milk point there. So coming down this way, we run across here. We have a large sheep pasture. Which we don't currently own, so we can't actually test, but we will sort that in a second. So we've got sheep, cows down there. So we look around the map. Animal dealers over here. So a decent sized yard again. Buildings you can get into. Needs a slight tweak of the terrain there. But no static animals or anything to annoy people in there. So BGA, big BGA. Real decent size. You should be able to get the triaxle tankers etc. in here without any issues, which is good. Just has a really nice map. Big but nice. I know because it's big it won't be to everyone's taste, but being a UK map, I've certainly got an interest in playing on this one. So milk point there. Big buildings in here. But if we just do a little bit of cheating in here. Make sure we've got plenty of money. And what we'll do is come onto lands. Just find the sheep pasture. It's £194,172, which is not a bad price. Buy that. Field wise, so we can see the sizes of them. If we go for a little one, little block down here, 68,688, coming up to bigger ones, 207, 380, 361, 114. So field prices aren't bad at all. Yes, they're blocks of fields, but on a map this size you're going to be playing with large amounts in the first place and large machinery. But land is a decent price. So if we go back to map overview, come down here and visit that again, we'll just put up some sheep in here and we'll take a look at what we've got. So if we come here, bear in mind I've not got seasons turned on here, just pop a good selection of sheep in there, menu new object, we'll find our sheep, well, everywhere, just so we can see just how big the sheep field is. This is what you want to see with them, just spread out over such a large area. This is just how I'd like to see them on most maps instead of crammed into a little tiny space. If we then go on to buying that block, 350,000. Head back down there. Put some cows in. Again, big cow pasture. No need to worry about running out of space for them. Certainly get some exercise walking back to their building from this field. So if you like your animals, there are no shortage of fields to use for that. As for machinery, I think we found everything, but we will just check. So we have a 6230, 250, 135, 8245, T560, the pickup, trailer, header, plough, cultivator, power harrow, subsoiler, drill, sprayer, spreader, loader, header, trailer, and a few front weights. So nice little setup there. As you can see, the tractors do have some hours on them, but the combine does not. Nor just the truck. So it's certainly a good map to play, particularly if you want multiplayer or you just like big maps to play on yourself and big machinery. It's one that we will be using on the channel. So head over to FSUK Modding to download it. I'll put the links in the description below for that. But for now, that's where we'll leave this video. So I'll say thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again in the next one. Goodbye for now.